People are very different. And they use technology in many different ways. 10 years ago, we had no idea we'd be doing what we're capable of doing today. And in the years to come, the opportunities for new uses will be mind-blowing. Hello, we're PCSD at Intel. It's hard to help someone you don't really know. We believe great product experiences come from reaching out and meeting users where they're at, understanding how they use technology and what they need from it. We're into technology and all it can do for people. We push what's possible to give people what they need, and we work hard until our ideas are tangible products.
We went to Acer, and all we had to do was show the video to them, and they said, we get it, we want to do that with you. And that was the origin of this project. And so we worked together with them, our engineers working with their engineers. We developed the base software, and then they added onto it. I don't know if you've seen the system before, but they added this so-called Acer ring. And through this, you can go through a handful of touch applications. Of course, this is on Windows 7. So certainly, long before anyone was talking about Windows 8, and they were developing this touch interface, which was very cool. I actually won an award at CES last year. Last Gadget Standing was the award it won at CES last year, and has gotten a lot of good press as well. So this system certainly was great leadership in the market, but the other thing that was really useful to us in the industry was this really started educating us and giving us experience with touch. Okay, so that was really important. The touch screen, the touch interfaces, and responsiveness, and what people would think about the touch. We designed this that we could easily convert it to a notebook form factor, easily with just one hand, and that's what this does. So this is in clamshell mode. So when we wanted something that was a full PC, not a compromised PC, not a small keyboard. We wanted to have a trackpad. We wanted to have the full experience. So we created this form factor, but what was also interesting about it, and because we're always thinking about the end user experience, we wanted to think about more than just being in a clamshell mode or a tablet mode. So we created this unique hinge design. And so you can see this hinge design is a little bit different than other mechanisms in the marketplace. And what this hinge allows is that you can use this in a variety of ways. You can use it sort of lean forward here, sort of in maybe media mode if you want to just watch a movie on a plane. You can even prop it up here if maybe in a tight space on an airplane and want to type underneath here and you're kind of limited in space. The other thing that's interesting about this is with screen rotation, I can turn it like this, and I can show you my display while I'm sitting here as well. The system that we call Nikiski that was shown off at CES this year. So the vision for this system was there's a lot of us that are, probably all of us, would consider ourselves on the go. We're not always sitting at a desk. We're moving from one space to another. Maybe you're a corporation, you're moving between conference rooms. Maybe you're just a consumer, you're at the airport, you're waiting online, whatever it might be. And the problem with most notebooks is when they're closed, they're not useful, right? They're just closed and you can't do anything with them. So our challenge was, what can you do with a notebook when you're on the go to make it useful? So we came up with this concept. As I mentioned, we call it Nikiski. And what's interesting and special about this is that it's got a clear palm rest here. Now, why do we have a clear palm rest? The reason is, so when it closes, you can see what the screen looks like now. So when I close it, it changes modes to this other mode that we call the reveal window. And the purpose of this reveal window, and this is actually a touch screen, is that I can get quick updates on things that are important to me. I'm call them snacking usages. I'm not going to sit here and write a long email, but what I might do is find out what meeting room I'm going to, read read a short email, get an update from social media. Maybe there's a new Facebook update or a new tweet that I received. And you can navigate through here quickly and get the information that you want. And you can do so, while it's closed, while I'm standing, and it's quite convenient. So this was very exciting. It also got a lot of press at CES. Actually, I should mention, although we're not hooked up to the network here, if I click on one of these stories, and then and it opens a browser, a mini, like a little browser in the top here, and then when I open the system, it automatically goes full screen to whatever I was just looking at. So so now when I see something, I want to do more with it. I set it down on the table, I open it up, and when I use the keyboard, it goes right into that. And this is an Ultrabook form factor. So certainly our group helped, inspire and inform the Ultrabook direction of Intel. We're not going to take full credit for it, but we certainly played our part. And so we built these systems to show off the touch capabilities. And I know it's not going to be great in this environment, but I'll try to do my best. We have a couple. So before I go to there, so the other thing that we put in these systems were sensors. So that's another area that we're beginning to explore for the future. Certainly, we're all familiar with using sensors on a tablet form factor, but we're beginning to explore what are sensor usages for a clamshell form factor as well. So one category that is obvious that we're going to explore is gaming. So we worked with a software vendor to develop a couple of applications, a couple of games, just as a demonstration. So I apologize, I know it's not going to be great for all of you to see, and I don't know how good my gaming is here. There we go. They didn't build on my system. There we go. Alright, so let's start Frisbee Forever. And I got one of them. Got the old hard scan out. This is also sensor based. So I just
bottoms up, the Atom processor of Clover Trail been engineered bottoms up for Windows 8 to meet both power, the connected standby requirements, and having that flexibility and functionality for both Metro and desktop. So there's been extensive software compatibility work, and we continue to see innovation on IA from camera, from software, and other elements. Again, on just Clover Trail, just the Atom side, 10 OEMs and greater than 20 designs in the pipe that we see coming with Windows 8. And again, you can just go back, scroll through. So it works, very well, and it's a comfort of I like the new Metro interface. I like the productivity that I can do. And again, if you're talking about something that's definitely less than 9 millimeter, weight is in the less than 700 grams. So this is just a reference platform, but again, it shows what you can do with Clover Trail and hit power and performance. Again, this is all-day active battery life and weeks of standby. So this is the kind of baseline that we can deliver.